Yo, what is good? My anime faithful, what is good, yo? So, finally, we get ourselves some more, what? And it's actually pretty fire. Like, this show is getting really, really good. I think the weird part about this week's episode is this weird, like, world he's winding up in now. Like, all of a sudden he's got to like start swinging. So he's like in a sword art type of universe, like all of a sudden you got to learn how to train your body with the sword, and you got to do all this stuff to actually probably have a chance against certain people. And yet um, a lot of them don't even really, you know like everybody here is pretty much like elves so far that we've seen, which is interesting. But I don't know. This show is definitely getting to like the point of no return, right? It's getting to the we have to end the show pretty much. And watching the opening credits kind of gave me too much information. He just really went for it. Oh, I didn't know I could do that. But with that being said, it's good and bad because it just goes to show you that the show is coming to an end, which always sucks, man. But the opening song straight up showed me that he's gonna have to fight the demon like space thing with us, like, hand to hand, like sword to sword, so I don't know, it's kind of weird to see that aspect of the story, like the shift of the story going from, you know figure out this mystery and find your dad to now slay the giant space demon. Like, I wonder how that's going to actually play out, so that was interesting. The other thing that really kind of like caught my eye throughout this week's episode was just the fact that we heard this girl like literally asking for help and screaming out and stuff like that, and we literally come to find her and find out that she can't speak at all. She literally can't say a word, and her name is Say Less. So he wrote out every single letter and asked her like which one of these letters like represent kind of like you, like which one of these letters are you, or like which ones will help you kind of just make me understand what your name is and stuff like that. And they landed on Sayless, and we also then have her take us to a place that winds up showing us a passing away woman. Like, she was literally just dying slowly, regardless of uh, her circumstances, and because of it, we really learned that the priestess, or this woman Salis that's ran away from the imperial city, has some weird type of ability to be able to even know when you're going to pass away yourself. So not only did this feel like she went to this place maybe to, you know, allow this woman to not pass away by herself, or maybe try to help her. She didn't really try to help her, right? She cooked for her. She didn't just stay chilled with her, pretty much. But after she started pushing herself to start teaching Tokia, how to fight, how to like never to leave your guard down and all this stuff, she definitely started like putting strain on her body that she probably wasn't doing while she was alone. Like, she didn't have to go out nearly as much. She probably didn't have to do literally as much as anything, including seeing how her like place was unlocked and anyone could have just like walked in. So it gave me that feeling that there was something more already going on with her, and she gives us some more examples of like what's wrong with her after she like coughs up blood. And yeah, it just goes downhill from there, which really sucked. She was a pretty cool character, and nonetheless she seems like she is actually the older sister of the Time Patrol Police girl, or she's at least she's related to the girl that we wanted to come here and help in the first place, like in some type of way, seemingly. So it really sucks that he literally had to spend her last moments with her in this way, but at the same time, I bet she was happy she actually had somebody that was there going, to see her go away and stuff, because it's a rough thing, and that didn't work that time. It sucks. And she experienced it mostly probably by herself. This fleeting life of hers slowly going away by herself. She probably experienced most of this all. Wow. But with all that being said, we definitely have ourselves a interesting storyline and character with Salis. I really just hope that we see a good overall like end for this. Because I mean, to be fair, I can't even tell like where it's going to end up like right now. It's really just up in the air in my opinion, and because of that, I really can't wait to see why certain things are happening and the reasons of how to solve them. Not to mention, after finding out that this priestess Salis is escaped, we see what the king looks like, or what the head of this empire looks like, and why or what he's going to do about it. And he sends out some people which don't show up to actually get her, while the other girl's alive and stuff and sick and whatnot. But after she passes away, our main character decides to go through the desert looking for this imperial city. But Salis starts following him, and somehow they literally lose each other. Like, Salis loses him, and he's happy about it until he finds out his water that he's drinking, or trying to drink, has a hole in it. So he literally has to go back to get more water, and that winds up showing him that Salis isn't there. And then this is when we learn that the reason why we heard her crying out for help, or even capable of talking at one point, was because somehow him and her are telepathically capable. Like they can literally hear each other's thoughts, or she can send him her voice and words she wants to say to him only through his head, not anywhere else. So it's weird, but really cool. And not only that, she was pretty much dying of thirst, so he tried to give her water. She wasn't capable of drinking it on her own, so by giving her a kiss and putting the water down her throat, it was easier to swallow. But then after that, she literally, takes it into her own hands to start making out with them. So maybe that's her way of transferring more knowledge of her powers to him, or maybe she just wanted to make out, like, I'm not sure. I don't judge, like, some people just want to make out after their lives have been saved. It happens, guys. Come on. But with all that being said, I hope you guys have an amazing day, night, evening, whatever the case may be. I am your boy, the Anime G, and I definitely can't wait to see what we get with this show. It's been a while. I felt like just because it was gone for a week, I hadn't seen it in forever. So it's nice to have it back on the playlist, and it's nice to see what you guys are going to say. So all that being said, let me know what you're thinking. Let me know if this was hype to you, or if this is just something that you're watching just to watch, or if you really do enjoy it as much as I've been enjoying it, because it makes a difference. So with all that being said, I just destroyed Blackbeard for you guys. Hit that like button. This is on hard, and you know how bad I was getting slapped earlier. I got the moves and the commentating down. Looks like it's time for me to gain some ranks. So with all that being said, everybody, I hope you have an amazing day. Thank you so much for stopping by. Sub or not, it means the world to me. I just really hope people can come to the community, have a good conversation about some animes or whatever the case may be, and know that you're not going to be judged for it. We just literally might have our own opinions, and I would love to hear yours. So with that, peace.